everyone, welcome back to our channel. So my name is Yakshi and I create educational videos for students, learners, whether you're preparing for your IELTS examination, GCSE, or you're just leveling up your language. This is your go-to channel. So now that I've bragged about myself, so let's get started. So today we are going to understand 10 must know vocabulary words. If you don't have these 10 words in your language, you should start making notes like right now. Grab your notebook and get started. All right. So let's begin. So the first word for today is articulate. It means when someone is able to express thoughts clearly and effectively. For instance, she's so articulate, every word she says make an impact. So it can also be regarded as someone who's fluent in expressing thoughts, right? So if you know someone maybe at your work, at your um, community, in your society, who's really great at expressing thoughts, maybe they might be a great storyteller. So you can use this word for them, that you're so articulate, every word you say makes an impact. Okay, so even if you're complimenting someone, do it the right way. Then the next one is meticulous. So it means very careful and precise about details. Someone who needs everything to be perfect and really detailed. For instance, he's meticulous in his work, never missing a single error. So someone who does not make a mistake. If you know a colleague who's so precise, so proactive all the time, go ahead and call them meticulous from today. Okay. Then pragmatic. This is the third word for today. So pragmatic means dealing with problems in a realistic and practical way. So these aren't the people who are just thinking way beyond the practical limits. They are dealing with the problem in the most realistic way. For example, instead of arguing, she took a pragmatic approach and solved the issue. Someone more practical and reserved, you can say. Then resilient, it means when you're able to recover quickly from setbacks. It's like when even in tough times, you bounce back and you start again. You never give up. That's the basic definition of someone being resilient. So after failing once, he came back stronger. He's truly resilient. And I recently used this word for one of my students because she did not get her desired score in the first attempt, but instead of being sad or being upset, she was resilient. She worked hard again, worked on her weaknesses, and then we got the desired results for her. So that's a good word which you can use for someone like that. Then the fifth one is eloquent. So it means when someone is fluent and persuasive in speaking or writing. If you're watching this video, your end goal is to become eloquent. All right? So her speech was so eloquent, it moved the entire audience. I hope if you stick through my channel, your speech becomes eloquent too. Then the sixth one is perseverance. So it means continuing to do something despite difficulties. Even if there's a hurdle, there's a challenge, you never stop. You just go through it. That's what great business owners or leaders do. They continue to do something despite of the difficulties, or they figure out a way to go through it. So success needs talent, but also a lot of perseverance. If you're not consistent, or if you're not going towards something despite the difficulties, then it might be difficult to be successful. Now, the seventh one is candid. So, candid means honest, open, and straightforward. Usually, we are so used to hearing candid with photographs or from Instagram, but its actual meaning is honest, open, and straightforward. So, an example is I appreciate your candid feedback. it helps me improve. So when someone is being honest without any filter, you can use the word candid. Okay. Then the eighth one is versatile. So I think you already know this one. So it means when someone is able to adapt or to be used in many ways. Someone who, what's that word which we use? When someone is an all-rounder, that they can do this, they can do that, they can do everything. So an example is she's a versatile actor. She can do drama, comedy, and action effortlessly. So that means an all-rounder. Why don't you comment down your favorite actor who's a versatile actor? And then I'll tell you mine as well. Okay. Next is insightful. So I think you should know the meaning of this. It's a common word these days. So insightful means showing deep understanding or perception. For example, he is extremely insightful. He is highly insightful when it comes to tech. So the example over here is that was an insightful comment. It made everyone think differently. So when someone shares their knowledge with other people, we consider them really insightful. They might be a subject matter expert, they might be a CXO. Okay. Now the last one. I know I bored you a little bit with all these words, but it's about to get over, so don't worry. So this is the last one. This is concise. So it means giving a lot of information clearly and in a few words. So it also means when you're not beating around the bush and you talk clearly. Beating around the bush means talking about this, that, and then come to the main point. But being concise is opposite. You directly point out to what you want to say, what you want to explain. Her email was concise and to the point, exactly what we needed. Okay, so in your emails, you should always be concise because no one likes reading long emails. Okay, now we'll just discuss the power of words. The reason I'm creating this video is not because I want to teach you some words, but I want you to level up the words that you already have, because the power of words is basically the kind of word that you use. It can have a slightly different impact on the reader or the listener. Let me give you an example. The difference between using the term victim and using the word survivor. So victim gives us a perception that, okay, someone suffered some accident, some incident, and something bad happened to them. Maybe they're not doing well. But when we use the word survivor, it's more like something bad happened to someone, but they overcame it. They're doing well now. They're moving forward. Okay, they're resilient. So that's the power of words. Another example is I recently read, I was going through Instagram and there was a page which sells used books. But they didn't use this term. They didn't say, hi, we are selling used books. No. What they said instead was that we are selling pre-loved books. So the sudden shift it creates in the mind of the reader or someone who's scrolling like me. So I was amazed by the choice of words there. Instead, because when we say used books, it gives us the understanding, okay, it must be old, it must be torn out, someone else used it, it must be scribbled. But when you say pre-loved books, it makes us think, okay, someone kept it really softly, it's all good, someone loved it so much and now they want to pass it on. So that's the power of words. If you want to read more examples, I'll share the link in the description where I've created a writing piece where you have more examples of such kind. Okay, so comment down a word that you have recently learned, all right, or you can also write a sentence using the 10 words, any one sentence using any one word which we learned today, because I would love to see how your vocabulary is leveling up. So whenever you learn a new word, comment it down so that others can also learn. Maybe write the meaning as well. I know it's some additional homework, but give it a try. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for being patient and being here till the end. Since it's a new channel, I get happy when I get the analytics that the viewers were there till the end. So that makes me really feel happy. So thank you so much. And if you're looking out for classes, if you want to start your learning journey, you can reach out to me at the email given below and we can get started. All right. So thanks a lot. Bye bye. Take care. See you next time.